Hi, it's Madeline, and today I'm going to be discussing the pros and cons of hardbacks and paperbacks. So I personally prefer paperbacks, but I believe that paperbacks and hardbacks each have their pros and cons, their advantages and disadvantages. So one of the advantages to hardbacks would be that they look fabulous on your shelf. Like all this, is all even, except for this one, except for the paperback. But it's like all nice and even, it looks great. And then you come down here and you have your paperbacks and they're all like different sizes. So that's not great. But also, sometimes you get this fabulous stuff on the inside of your dust jackets, like these drawings, and I just love that. I think it looks great. Also, when you take the dust jacket off, sometimes you have these beautiful engravings on it. This is my copy of Insurgent, and it has this beautiful engraving of this amity tree, and then on the spine you have the author's name and the title engraved on it, and that looks really pretty. And then you have your paperbacks, and your paperbacks don't really have that special thing in the dust jacket, and they don't have engravings on it. The hardbacks, really, they just look better. Even though I prefer paperbacks, you've got to face the fact that the hardbacks look better. Although hardbacks are much more beautiful than paperbacks, I do find that they are so much harder to hold when you are reading them. So when you're reading them, you have them, and they get heavy after a while, or sometimes they, depending on how you're holding it or how I hold it anyways, they sometimes dig into my skin, and that's not very comfortable. So if I'm out on the bus or the MRT, which is basically like a subway for those of you who don't know, I would like to have something that's kind of easier to hold and not so annoying and heavy, for traveling and whatnot. And then when you have this nice soft floppy paperback, it's so much easier to hold. It's nice and light, and it feels nicer in your hands. This might sound kind of weird, but I classify paperbacks as floppy like this, or stiff like this, so they don't really open. And my favorite kind of book would be the floppy books. They feel so nice. Next I'm going to talk about durability. Hardcovers are definitely more durable because, the actual hardback is better material, better quality, so it does stay together better, and the spines don't crack, which is nice. And see, this is my copy of the Half-Blood Prince, and if you can see, this is all bent, and the spine is completely cracked, which is horrible. I know, I've had this for ages, and this is this back, I had to glue it down because it started pulling off here, started ripping, and it's coming on again. I had to glue it back down. These are just so much more durable than these paperbacks, so that's another nice thing. Another reason why I prefer paperbacks is that they are a lot easier to transport. So if I'm going out, I bring a book with me pretty much everywhere. So I like to use this bag here, and it kind of clips up like this. And so this paperback here, this one, Split Second, it slips in here quite nicely. It fits nice and perfectly, nice and steadily, and there's still room inside for other things, which is nice. But if you're trying this gigantic hardback, this does not fit in my bag. It doesn't work, so I have to go and get a backpack or another bag like that, because this is too big. It gets heavy, and if it does fit in your bag, it does take up a lot of space, which is annoying. So hardbacks, for the most part, stay open more easily than paperbacks, unless you have, like I said, you have some of these floppy books like this are really nice and they stay open. But other books my Throne of Glass series, I have Air of Fire right here, they don't stay open fairly easily, and I try to make sure I don't crack the spines. I want them to look nice and pretty and not turn out like my Harry Potter series here. Another great thing about paperbacks is that they're less expensive. This is my copy of Steel Heart by Brandon Sanderson, and it was $14.87. And usually books, well, where I live anyways, are between $13 to $20, but depending on how popular they are and when they were released. And then this is my copy of Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken, and it's $28.50, so it's almost $30. So this is like $15, $30. This is basically half the price of a hardback. I mean, like, really, I'm gonna go for this. Like, come on. One annoying thing about hardbacks is that you have this dust jacket, and it's really annoying when you're reading. I usually just end up like taking it off, but like when you do have it on, you're like reading it and then it just like falls out of the dust jacket, and then you can't read your book anymore because the book is no longer in your hands. It's just the dust jacket, and it just like gets in the way, and it's really annoying. So the good thing about paperbacks is that they don't have that to worry about, because like if you're out traveling, you're in a bus or an MRT, you don't want to have to deal with this, because if you like have it out somewhere, you're either going to get super frustrated with it, you're going to lose it, and then it's not going to look as pretty. So this is so much better. So much better. So that is it for my video on paperbacks versus hardbacks. Let me know down below in the comments if you prefer paperbacks or hardbacks. I hope you liked this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!